Hey, and welcome to another Moira VOD review. Today we're looking at this player, Praise God. They're a Masters Moira player. Started in Silver and have soloed their way, Moira one tricking it seems, all the way to Masters. So pretty solid goal to get GM, which I think is pretty doable from what I've seen. But we definitely have some issues we need to clean up. I went ahead, I've watched through the whole game. And the first round, I'm going to be honest, it's not really worth commenting on. Y'all played really well. I think you played that about how I would have played it. There were a couple of times I would have made a different decision, but um, overall, yeah, I will go highlight one thing that I thought was really good. Your ultimate here, right at the end, is just stellar. So, yeah, this is a huge W. You catch him by surprise. You catch him with cover, and wrap up the round pretty much with this. So plays like that, they're gonna take you a long ways. But let's get into the second round where things kind of fall apart. First thing, I have your deaths pulled up here as little tick marks. So you died twice in the first round. You died 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the second round. I feel like you're just giving them a ton of free kills. And another thing that happened is we go to your ultimate. So you were able to charge 2 ultimates here in the first round. You only got 1 in the second round. You died way too much. When you're dead, you're obviously not getting any ult charge, so you just didn't have any impact with your ultimate because you only charged it 1 time. So yeah, that's just a big negative that I think happened as well. But a lot of these deaths, they're on you, and something I'll explain real quick. There's good deaths and bad deaths. A good death would be like, hey, my whole team died. I don't want to stagger for 10 seconds while they chase me down. I'm just going to go die on the point. Okay, that's fine. Or, again, my whole team died, and hey, they tracked me down and killed me almost immediately. Or, like, you get solo ulted like crazy. Like, if you get shattered and pulse bombed solo, that's fine. Like, I'm not going to risk those. But that's really not what was happening here. So, yeah, we'll take a look at these. And this is first coming right out of the round. Interestingly, you and this Kiriko had the exact same starting spot for your defenses. So the Kiriko's where you started, but you don't realize it. You take that damage and don't realize where it's coming from or what's happening and go down. Really, my advice is just hit that fake button immediately. Just be prepared to take unexpected damage. This could have been a Kiriko, it could have been a Reaper, it could have been, I don't know, a Soldier 76, a Hanzo, a Stormer. It could have been a million things that kill you there. So anyone, especially that is good at getting back over this wall or wraithing through here back to their team, could have gotten you. So just watch out for that. That goes for this map, but that goes for a ton of maps. Anytime you're taking a side route or something like that, just be aware you're playing against high-ranked players and they're good at getting these early picks. So yeah, that's that one. Not too much more to be said. You're just caught by surprise. I think this one is way more interesting. You literally give him a kill. I'll play this. I don't think I even have to make much comment on it. Because when you see this, like, yeah. They were all shooting you. There's someone up here. I don't think there was, maybe. The important thing is Shion. Yeah, Shion. I think is how you say it. She has that execute ability. It's kind of like Zen's right click, except it's on a 5-second cooldown. But it charges up and it releases a lot of shots, and it hurts really bad if it hits you. You kind of eat one of those to the face and then stand in front of them for even longer and then die. One thing I'm still getting used to is
Payload is in our care.
without having to look at my health bar, feeling how much damage I'm taking from Shion. But I know if this execute comes out, it's go time. So there it was. You stay in. They're all shooting you. You just kind of walk up on the card as well. Technically, it's kind of an off angle because you had people pressuring this way. But yeah, You're out of spawn. Dead again. Move to this death. Let's get back on to you. Okay, this one. Your tank goes down. I'm trying to remember exactly what happens here. Yeah, get your tank. Wait. There's one, I think it's this one. I think I'm just going way too far forward. Yeah, it is this one. So y'all are up the tracer. Right here.
The milk of human
I want to go show where the tracer dies, and I'm not going far enough back. Here we go. So you get a good pick on this tracer. You focus her down after she recalls, and your orb finishes her off. Yay, orb buffs.
has spoiled.
You're up one. The worst thing you can do when you're up a pick is give that trade back. Because of, I'm going to be honest, your deaths up to this point. Your team has spent a minute and a half and still hasn't rounded the first corner. And this is how you get stuck not being able to capture first point. So you finally got that pick. This is your team's chance to push this corner and to go win. I thought when I saw this fade, watching it through the first time, you were just going to feed your brains out on the Lifeweaver, but something even worse happened. The enemy team is able to focus your tank down because he didn't have any support. Now, why did he not have support? The hazard sticks a wall right here and cuts off your entire team from supporting him. You may not have known that would have happened, but there was still like this kind of risky play where you're separating yourself off. That's good if you're down a player and you're trying to even up, or you're trying to cause chaos, or equalize or something like that. You're already ahead. You already have the advantage. I don't see any reason to go for this, and I thought it was already high risk. It ends up not you getting punished for it, but your tank getting punished for it. I think you just sit here, stay right about where you are, let your team regroup, come together, and win this fight instead of soloing off this way. Go through this one more time. Tank goes down, and now y'all are down in the fight. So on to the next one. I think you come out of spawn. You're gonna die again. Just pretty much right out. So y'all kill their tank, and then your Mercy gets pulse bombed. So this is something that is some kind of math I do in my head. This is a me thing. I don't know if other people would agree with this assessment, but tanks are worth 1.5 points, and the other players are worth 1 point. So y'all kill their tank, they kill your Mercy. Well, the tank is worth more than the Mercy, so you'll still have a slight edge in this fight, and an edge I think you can push. The one thing you can't do after their tank dies is give them 2 picks. You hold an edge as long as you only give them 1. You're screwed if you give them 2. So, make the fade is great. The fade timing is great. And you come right back out where you started the fade. So this is something I've talked about with other Moira players. You started your fade here because it was a dangerous position and you were getting shot at. And your goal of the fade was to leave. So you left, only to come out of fade in the exact same spot you left it in. Fade is so short, it's not like they've looked away from that position yet, typically. Sometimes you can fake people out, but that's situational and rare. Really, I think just rounding this corner would have been fine. So kind of, it's the only time you do that this game, but really watch, you'll see what I mean. Or like your fade position, start and end are the exact same. That was after the fade. Yeah, there you can kind of see it. So yeah, just kind of watch for that. I know you panic because a lot of things are going on. I think your team ends up clutching this fight. Even though your team wins it, you still have an issue. You're not getting ult charge. You should absolutely have your ult by now. You're over 2 minutes into this round.
Time again to try again. A cure for all
That's
tales.
yeah, starting to really hurt your winning chances.
Eyes open now. Your end is within my reach.
Heroes never die.
Okay, you're the man on card. That's okay. As long as your Ramatra lives this, you're gonna be fine. You've got Coalescence, I would use it right now. Like this very second. I would Coalescence. I think you wait slightly too long. I don't know if you win this fight anyway, but I do think you pull attention.
May I?
And the next stuff is another case of you going down at the same time their Lifeweaver went down. So they got your soldier, your tank got their Lifeweaver. Y'all are even, except you died. So had you found a way to live, you know, you have Fade up. After you get out of Fade, you're gonna have your Orb up. You probably can find a way to live. The way you live, I'm gonna be honest, is probably coming back here to your tank. So if you can find a way to live, this fight easily has a chance to go the other way. Easily has a chance. But, again, you kind of get caught in the fray. I feel like this was a case of a lot of things are happening, and you get a little bit lost. And if that's ever going on, I'm going to be real, I'm a fairly slow player. Over 30, I feel like people play way faster than me in GM. I just leave sometimes. I just nope out if I'm confused. And I feel like this is a situation where you could have just noped out. Don't give them the trade. If you're quick enough, you nope out this way. It's probably the best place for you to go. But, anyways, just another case. Yeah. I don't think your soldier's play was perfect. I mean, he ulted and just fed his brains out. But yeah, your Mercy's down now, and the fight's over.
Minds are always persecuted.
So now you've got one more chance. It's going to be a desperation touch. We're going to have another case of...
You get.
Okay, you fade that. But you're going to trade out. Again, kind of desperation. I can't criticize it too much. Would have been best to find a way to live. But even then, doesn't guarantee anything. If you live, y'all would have been up. Y'all would have been tied. 3 players to 3 players. But... you know, those scrams to get to the point are always stressful. I think these early deaths in the round, like particularly the first 3, kind of sold you in. This one's gonna happen to you sometimes. It's best to avoid them. They're not always avoidable. But yeah, this one where you kind of walking on card. This has got to be avoided. And then this whole play, where you kind of int onto the Lifeweaver instead of stabilizing with your team.
Pain is inevitable.
Yeah, I guess kind of interesting. I saw what happened here. Go back. See what happened on the actual point if you haven't. You didn't see, yeah. Walled off. So your tank's just completely isolated. Anyways, yeah, I figure that's all I've got for this VOD. At the first round, like I said, I didn't review it because you did most of the things I would have done. I didn't like have many comments, and that's I think what you said in your submission as well was like the first round went good and it fell apart on defense, and that's exactly what I would agree with. You play like you did the first round in this game, you're gonna climb. You play like you do in the second round, you're gonna struggle. So yeah, it's how Overwatch goes there. Anyways, let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out. Good luck in your comp grind.